In at number 10, Robert Kardashian. While Kris Jenner was married to Rob Kardashian, she was caught having an affair with a friend named Todd Waterman. Robert knew this at the time of their divorce many years ago, but Kris didn't reveal her infidelity to the world until she released her memoir in 2011 called Kris Jenner and All Things Kardashian. In the book, she kept the name of the man private and called him Ryan, but the man was later identified as Waterman. Kris later revealed that the biggest mistake in her life was divorcing Rob. Todd also regrets his part in the affair. Waterman told the Daily Mail in 2012, quote, "There's several things I regret and it's definitely the pain that it caused Robert and the children specifically. I think it affected Courtney the most. I know she was definitely affected and I always felt bad about that." And at number 9, Will Smith. Will and Jada Smith are the ultimate Hollywood power couple, but even they have problems. While they were going through a rough patch, Jada started an entanglement with another man. Apparently Will had known about this relationship since it happened, but the world found out when the man that Jada cheated with, named Alcina, revealed it to the world. He said, quote, "I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life, and I truly and really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her." Speaking about Jada, Alcina claimed that Will knew about the relationship and gave them his blessing. At first Jada denied the claims, but later decided to speak about it on the Red Table Talk. On the show, Jada said there was a point in time that her and Will were thinking of separating. At this point she started this relationship, but in the end, Will and Jada ended up back together. In at number 8, Regina Lasko. David Letterman admitted to cheating on his wife in front of the entire world. In 2009, Letterman got on television and told his unsuspecting viewers that he was being blackmailed. Apparently this person knew that Letterman was cheating on his wife with his coworkers and wanted $2 million to keep the secret to himself. Instead of giving in, Letterman admitted it to the whole world. At the time of the cheating, Letterman had been married to his wife for 6 months, but they were together for 20 years prior. It was later revealed the blackmailer was a producer on Letterman's show, and the woman Letterman was cheating with was dating this producer. And at number 7, Beyonce. Beyonce and Jay-Z are an incredibly private couple, but their darkest secret was exposed to the world when Beyonce released her album Lemonade, which told the story of her husband cheating. One song referenced a woman named Becky with the good hair, which caused tons of speculation about who this person was. A woman who worked with Jay-Z named Rachel Roy was first thought to be the woman, but she denied it. Then in 2017, Jay-Z released his album 444, which confirmed that he cheated. In this album, he apologized to Beyonce and their children for his mistake. He also spoke about the mistake in an interview later. In at number 6, Emma Thompson. Kenneth Branagh and Emma Thompson married in 1989 and worked together on various projects throughout their marriage. At one point, rumors started swirling that Kenneth might be cheating with his Mary Shelley's Frankenstein co-star, Helena Bonham Carter. The details of the affair were not spoken of publicly, but in a 2013 interview, Thompson confirmed there was an affair. She also added she'd made peace with Helena. In 2018, Thompson told The Telegraph that one of the most famous scenes from Love Actually, where she found the necklace, was based on reality. At that time, she just learned of the affair and used her emotion for that scene. She said, quote, "I had my heart very badly broken by Ken, so I knew what it was like to find the necklace that wasn't meant for me. I've had so much bloody practice crying in a bedroom, then having to go out and be cheerful, gathering up the pieces of my heart and putting them in a drawer." Halfway number 5, Sandra Bullock. The marriage between Jesse James and Sandra Bullock went down in flames due to infidelity, caused by Jesse's insecurity over their relationship. The couple first started dating in 2003 and got married in 2005. But after only 5 years of marriage, they split in 2010, and it was exposed that Jesse had been cheating with multiple women. After the split, Jesse said the hardest thing was not being able to be with their adopted child Louis, who Bullock adopted without James. Following the cheating, Bullock filed for divorce and Jesse James became the most hated man in America. At one point he even tried to downplay the cheating to the public, which got him even more hate. And at number 4, Tori Spelling. The old saying goes, how you get him is how you lose him. And that was proven in this relationship. While Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott were dating other people, they started cheating on their partners with each other. Eventually Dean and Tori started dating and even got married. But then years later, rumors started to swirl that Dean was cheating on Tori. Dean actually admitted to it and even checked himself into rehab. The whole thing was shared on the couple's TV show, so viewers got to see exactly what was happening. The pair managed to work through it all and are still married today. And at number 3, Brandi Glanville. This one's a bit of a mess with a lot of cheating involved. At one point in time, Brandi Glanville and Eddie Cibrian were married, and LeAnn Rimes was married to Sean Sherman. But then LeAnn and Eddie started cheating together, and it turned into a huge mess. The affair was a main storyline on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, along with Vanderpump Rules. Vanderpump Rules star Sheena Shea was also involved in this drama because she was also cheating with Eddie, while Eddie was with both LeAnn Rimes and Brandi Glanville. Eddie must have been very busy during this time. There's somewhat of a happy ending. LeAnn Rimes and Eddie Cibrian got married and are still together to this day. And at number 2, Iggy Azalea. The messy split all started with a prank war, if you can believe it. The Lakers were caught up in a prank war, and in the midst of that war, Nick Young revealed he was cheating on Iggy. The whole thing was even caught on tape. Apparently behind closed doors, Nick Young and Iggy worked it out and he managed to convince her that it was all a lie, which she decided to believe, and they kept dating. But then security cameras caught Young in the act, and Iggy saw him bringing girls into their home. To add insult to injury, it came out that Young was even expecting a baby with his ex-girlfriend, Kiana Green, which was conceived while he and Iggy were together. Iggy ended up dumping him on Twitter. And finally, at number 1, Sienna Miller. Jude Law and Sienna Miller were one of Hollywood's hottest couples, until they were caught up in a cheating scandal. Even worse, Jude Law cheated with the nanny. The couple was engaged for 8 months when the nanny claimed that she and Jude Law were having an affair. Jude Law ended up admitting to the cheating and apologized to Sienna in an open letter. He said in part, quote, "There is no defense for my actions, which I sincerely regret, and I ask that you respect our privacy at this very difficult time."
At number 10, Gary Owen. After nearly 20 years of marriage, it was all over in an instant. Kenya Duke, wife of Gary Owens, filed for divorce in March this year, making allegations that her husband had been unfaithful in their marriage. After news broke of their divorce filing, Kenya took to her Instagram to imply that her husband had an affair with a woman from Dallas, someone who was mutual friends with Gary and reality star Claudia Jordan. In her now deleted Instagram post, Kenya sent a message to the woman that she calls Dallas, Texas, saying, quote, "Dallas, Texas, I have your info. I'm going to deal with you in a minute. I'm a little busy now. You can have him, but you can't disrespect me and my kids in the process. At Gary Owen Comedy, let her know that a storm is coming. You should know better. Married, not separated. Married." End quote. Kenya also followed this up with a message that was meant for her husband, where she said, quote, "All the energy you spend lying, acting, creating a fake narrative for these women that want to be me, you could have done it with a veggie burger and a glass of fake filtered water." End quote. To make matters messier, Claudia Jordan, who was allegedly mutual friends with Gary's mistress, took to her social media to clear her name in the scandal, saying that she doesn't have a friend from Dallas, implying that she doesn't know who this other woman is, and that she was not aware of any affair that Gary had been having. At number 9, Amber Heard. 2020 saw the messiness and chaos that was the libel case between Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, and The Sun publication. Through that trial, we learned a lot about Johnny and Amber's relationship behind the scenes, including the cheating that allegedly happened. Along with having been abusive towards Johnny Depp, she also allegedly had affairs with multiple people during their relationship. Some of the names that have been thrown around having had relationships with Amber are Cara Delevingne, Elon Musk, and James Franco. Apparently, Amber, Cara, and Elon once had a group affair in Johnny's downtown LA penthouse, and there's even video footage of Amber meeting with James Franco in 2016 where they went to the same LA penthouse. This all happened behind Johnny's back and in his own house. This trial unearthed so much information about their relationship turmoil, but the cheating was only just the tip of the iceberg. Now, before I go any further, I'd like to ask you guys to consider leaving a like on this video if you are enjoying it so far, and also check out my gaming channel Viper Girl if you're looking to enjoy some more awesome content, and subscribe while you're there. I post new videos daily, so there's always some fun going on over there. At number 8, Kevin Hunter Sr. In 2019, talk show host Wendy Williams exposed her husband for having a huge affair. Her 20-year marriage to husband Kevin Hunter was dissolved after he was accused of not only cheating on Wendy, but also fathering another woman's child. When reports broke of Kevin's affair with his massage therapist, revealing that his mistress had given birth to their child, Wendy said, "Enough is enough." When speaking out about the whole affair, Wendy said, quote, "Look, my husband had a full baby with a woman he was involved with for 15 years. Infidelity is one thing, a whole baby is a whole nother topic. A baby. I'm not changing Pampers, I want to be pampered. I learned from my mother how to make lemons into lemonade. What am I supposed to do? Stay in the house and cry all day?" End quote. Following this explosive divorce, Kevin issued an apology to his wife where he said, quote, "I'm not proud of my recent actions and take full responsibility and apologize to my wife, my family, and her amazing fans. I'm going through a time of self-reflection and I'm trying to right some wrongs." End quote. At number 7, Alex Rodriguez. Though they never got the chance to take that next step in their relationship, Alex Rodriguez and Jennifer Lopez had the intention to tie the knot. That is until things got too messy to handle. In April of this year, the couple announced that they're going their separate ways, ending their 2-year engagement. This breakup announcement came following A-Rod's recent cheating scandal. Though he's been accused of infidelity in the past, this new scandal might have been the one to end it all. In January of this year, Alex was accused of cheating on his fiancée with reality TV star Madison LaCroix, and this came about after LaCroix was accused of having an affair with the former MLB player during a taping of a reality reunion show. Shortly after these allegations were thrown around, Madison admitted to having been in contact with A-Rod, insisting that their communications were innocent, saying that they never met up and never had any physical contact, saying, quote, "He's never physically cheated on his fiancée with me." A source close to Alex revealed that he had slid into Madison's DMs and they had exchanged some, quote, "thirsty photos." For now, this is all speculations, but the internet sleuths out there are pretty convinced that there was indeed an affair going on here. At number 6, Mariah Carey. In September 2020, singer Mariah Carey revealed in her memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, that she had once been unfaithful to her first husband. In the book, Mariah wrote about how during her first marriage to music exec Tommy Mottola, she cheated on him with baseball star Derek Jeter. Mariah talked about how she felt trapped in her marriage because of the age difference and because her husband was controlling. This prompted her to seek out a temporary escape, and after meeting Derek at a dinner party in 1997, she bonded with him. Mariah also revealed that soon she and Derek started talking, leading to them having a, quote, "warm, slow, intoxicating kiss on Derek's roof." The singer said that after that kiss, they never went any further because she was still married, saying, quote, "Neither of us had wanted to cheapen our romance by cheating on my marriage," end quote. They waited until Mariah was single again to start up the romance once again. At number 5, Dominic West. In the fall of 2020, actor Dominic West shocked a lot of people, including his wife, when photos surfaced online of him getting a little too close with actress Lily James. The leaked images showed the actor ringless on an outing with his co-star in Rome. He was spotted kissing and caressing the actress, and there were sources claiming that he and Lily had shared a hotel room as well. When reports of this alleged affair came out, a source close to Dominic's wife, Catherine, said that she was, quote, "devastated and heartbroken," going on to say that she believed that she and her husband had a good marriage. This scandal, however, took a turn just days after the story first broke, as Dominic and his wife were spotted together kissing in front of paparazzi, and the couple even released a handwritten note to news outlets saying, quote, "Our marriage is strong and we are very much still together," end quote. When confronted about the whole affair, Lily James said that she was mortified to learn that her co-star was married, saying that while they were together, Dominic was acting very flirtatious around her. Everyone was confused by the situation, but what do you guys think of this cheating scandal? Leave me your thoughts down in the comments. At number 4, Offset. People say that rappers Cardi B and Offset have a toxic relationship because of how many times Offset has cheated. Though they've been married for over 3 years and have a daughter together, that apparently doesn't stop Offset from seeking comfort elsewhere. Last year, Cardi even filed for divorce from Offset because of his infidelity, though they later got back together after he spoiled her for her birthday, buying her a $300,000 car and dedicating a billboard to her. Offset has had a few cheating scandals over the course of his relationship with Cardi. In 2018, about a year after the couple got married in secret, Offset faced rumors that he had cheated on Cardi and even made an adult film with another woman. Back in 2020, he faced more allegations where it was rumored that he even fathered a child during this affair. Though they continue to find their way back to each other, one has to wonder, will this happen again? At number 3, Kanye West. 2021 has been a rough year for Kim and Kanye. The couple announced early this year that they were divorcing, but this was also followed up with some cheating rumors as well. For a little while there, at the beginning of the year, the internet was swarming with rumors that Kanye had cheated on his wife with YouTuber and makeup mogul Jeffree Star. Though those allegations were denied, some others have popped up saying that Kanye was allegedly actively looking to cheat on Kim. Reality TV star Claudia Jordan alleged that the rapper, quote, tried to hook up with her while still in a relationship with Kim. During an appearance on a talk show, Claudia said, quote, "He tried years ago. Me and Nicki Chu were in the club. They shut the door. I met him before and you know what? I hung out with Kim as well. And because of girl code, I couldn't do it. Let's just say that," end quote. Because of this allegation, maybe there are other people out there with similar stories. Other people have claimed online to have had affairs with Kanye, but none of those have been confirmed. At number 2, Tristan Thompson. Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson have certainly had their ups and downs in their very difficult relationship. Cheating was apparently always apparent in their relationship since it was believed that Tristan was cheating on his ex with Khloe when they first got together, so the infidelity in their relationship was apparent from the get-go. Things were seemingly going well for them in the beginning, with Khloe and Tristan even welcoming a new baby together, But in April 2018, just shortly before their daughter True was born, photos of Tristan appearing to cheat were leaked, and TMZ leaked footage from 2017 showing Tristan kissing other women at a club. This was a huge deal, especially as this all came out around the birth of their daughter and tensions were sky high. Things died down after a couple weeks as they turned their focus towards their new baby, but later in 2019, more cheating allegations came out detailing how he had been caught cheating on Khloe again, this time with their longtime family friend Jordyn Woods. This was supposedly the nail in their relationship's coffin, but now in 2021, there have been reports saying that Khloe and Tristan are back together. There's rumor that the couple have reconciled and are apparently engaged to be married. Khloe has been spotted with a pretty big rock on her finger, so hopefully this means that the infidelity is done with. But unfortunately, you never really know. And finally, at number 1, Mike Caussin. After their 2016 cheating scandal and years of trying to make their marriage work, football player Mike Caussin and his wife, singer and actress Jana Kramer, have called it quits on their marriage. Jana took to her social media in late April to announce their split, saying, quote, "It's time. As I try to make sense of a reality I never wanted to believe could be possible again, those words have now become a reality. I fought, y'all. I loved hard, I've forgiven, I put the work in, I've given everything I have, and now I have nothing else to give," end quote. Jana also cited, quote, "inappropriate marital conduct, irreconcilable differences, and adultery" as reasons for their divorce. The pair briefly split up in 2016 following a cheating scandal where Mike's infidelity and sex addiction were brought to light, and though they reconciled shortly after that scandal, it seems as though they weren't able to make things work long term.
And at number 10, Nick Lachey. Jessica Simpson revealed in her recent memoir that she had an emotional affair with Johnny Knoxville while married to Nick Lachey. In the memoir titled Open Book, she spoke about how she felt the emotional cheating was worse than physical, writing, quote, "To me, an emotional affair was worse than a physical one." She added that since she waited till marriage to do the deed, she finally realized that the emotional part mattered much more than the physical, and apparently Johnny and her had a much stronger emotional connection than her and Nick, stating that it was more of a betrayal to have that connection than to sleep with him. And at number 9, Dennis Quaid. Meg Ryan has admitted to dating Russell Crowe while she was married to Dennis Quaid, but says that they were both unfaithful in the marriage. In 2000, Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe starred in the movie Proof of Life. Then photos of the pair getting close on set emerged, and cheating rumors started swirling. Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid ended up divorcing, and Meg Ryan started officially dating Russell Crowe, although that relationship didn't last long and they split shortly after. Following the scandal, Meg Ryan told In Style, quote, "What wasn't in the story was the reality of my marriage for 9 years. Dennis was not faithful to me for a long time, and that was very painful. I found out more about that once I was divorced." The drama with the love triangle ended up derailing Meg's career, as the public couldn't just see her as the girl next door anymore. And at number 8, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian was actually on the last part of this list because sadly she's been cheated on a lot. During her marriage to Lamar Odom, the pair looked like a picture-perfect fairy tale, and Lamar treated Khloe like a queen on their TV show. But later it was exposed that Lamar had cheated on Khloe hundreds of times over their marriage. Lamar said that after he got with Khloe, hundreds of women came out of the woodwork and wanted to sleep with him, and he gave in to temptation. But he said that his one regret is cheating on Khloe. Quote, "If there's one thing I regret when I was married, it was having multiple affairs with different women. That wasn't the stand-up thing to do. I wish I could have kept it in my pants." The pair finalized their divorce in 2016, and the Kardashians supported him after his life-threatening OD. And at number 7, Ali Laundrie. While Mario Lopez was engaged to Ali Laundrie, he cheated on her, and their marriage ended only weeks after it began. The couple met in 1998 and dated for 6 years before getting married in 2004. But 2 weeks after the marriage, the pair got an annulment, and it was rumored that Lopez had cheated. Neither spoke about it for years until Lopez admitted that he did cheat on Laundrie, well at his bachelor party days before the wedding. He told Howard Stern, quote, "I figured at that point it was easier to ask for forgiveness. It's my bachelor party. We were going to have a good time. I was wrong for obviously lying, and I shouldn't have been in that position." He later admitted that he messed around with several women that weekend. The pair split and are now in other happy relationships. And at number 6, Nick Kokas. While Catherine McPhee was married to Nick Kokas, she was caught kissing her married Smash director, Michael Morris. So obviously that's incredibly messy. The pair ended up splitting because of the cheating, but in the end, Catherine says she doesn't have any regrets about the situation. She told Ocean Drive magazine, quote, "I got married really young and then divorced, and in the last couple of years, I felt like, wow, this is what I should have been doing when I was 20 instead of planning a wedding." She added that she learned deeply from her choices, and she is happy to have strong influences in her life who have forced her to look at her failures. Catherine is now married to David Foster and they have a child together. In at number 5, Jamie Bergman. Bones actor David Boreanaz was exposed for cheating in the worst way possible. He actually had to come forward and admit to cheating because he was being extorted by the woman he had the affair with. Apparently multiple infidelities took place in the marriage, and at a certain point he had to own up to it. He told people, quote, "I just want to be open and honest, I was irresponsible. I was associated with a woman who I was involved with and had a relationship with. She asked for money, I felt as though I was being blackmailed or there was some sort of extortion." After he admitted to the cheating, the pair did not split up and worked to try and get their marriage back on track. The pair are still together to this day. And at number 4, Brittany Cartwright. If you guys watch Vanderpump Rules, then you know about this disastrous cheating scandal. While Brittany and Jax were dating, cheating rumors plagued the couple. It didn't help that Jax was a proven cheater at that point already. The cheating was officially confirmed in season 6 of the show, when Jax admitted to hooking up with one of their colleagues, Faith Stowers. Brittany wasn't sure whether to stay with Jax at that point, but she told Us in 2018, quote, "I see him every single day making efforts and he's completely changed the way he treats me, the way he talks to me, the way he listens to me. Every single thing about our relationship is better." The pair later got married in 2019 and are still together. And at number 3, Cardi B. Cardi B and Offset are another celebrity couple that is constantly attracting cheating rumors. The worst was in 2017 when Offset was caught in bed with another woman in a video that went viral online. Cardi responded by saying this kind of thing happens to everyone and that she had no intention of leaving him. Then in 2018 the pair officially got married and then welcomed their first daughter, Culture. But their rocky relationship did not stop there. After more rumors of cheating, the pair split only a year after they got married. Cardi even filed for divorce. The woman that Offset was hooking up with at that time even apologized for her part in the mess. But eventually they got back together and just welcomed a second child together. And at number 2, Hillary Clinton. This was the scandal that rocked the political world and made everyone think differently of Bill Clinton. While Bill was in office, it was exposed that he had an affair with his White House intern Monica Lewinsky, who was 22 years old at the time. His political opponents took this opportunity and tried to get Bill to lie under oath so he would be impeached, and their scheme worked. When speaking about it at a televised conference, he famously said, quote, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman." But this lie then caused him to get charged with perjury and obstruction of justice. Bill was impeached due to this debacle and removed as president. Even though Hillary was the laughingstock at the time, she stood by Bill. Hillary said, quote, "It was really hard, it was painful, and I was so supported by my friends just rallied around." And finally, number 1, Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen divorced his wife Larsa Pippen in 2016 after 19 years of marriage because of allegations that she cheated. Apparently multiple sources confirmed that she was hooking up with the rapper Future. One insider said at the time, quote, "He found out about Larsa and Future and couldn't handle it," although after briefly splitting, they actually got back together 4 months later. But then 2 years after that, Larsa was the one that filed for divorce again. I guess the pair weren't able to work it out and realized that they were better apart.
At number 10, Jesse James. It's always heartbreaking to find out your partner has been unfaithful. You lose all trust in them in an instant, and finding out that your partner has cheated on you once is heartbreaking enough, so to find out that it happened multiple times is a feeling that I couldn't even imagine. Serial cheating is definitely something that greatly affected Jesse James and drag racer Alexis DeJoria's relationship after they discovered that there was some serious infidelity going on. In a messy cheating scandal, Jesse and Alexis' relationship ended after 7 years. This breakup was really messy because it was revealed that Jesse had cheated on his wife with at least 20 different women. According to some sources, it was revealed that Jesse would sneak women into his family home, as well as fly women out to Austin to hook up with them in hotel rooms. His wife reportedly found out about his infidelity about 2 years ago, but didn't know about how many women her husband was involved with, and when confronted about it, Jesse obviously denied everything. It was also reported that Alexis tried to work things out with Jesse, but he wasn't interested in making things work. If you find out that your partner is cheating on you, you have to cut that out of your life. You don't deserve to be disrespected like that. At number 9, Austin McBroom. Basketball player turned YouTube family vlogger Austin McBroom has been in countless scandals over the years, and the amount of times he's been accused of cheating on his wife Catherine is just too much to count. Though he continues to deny each accusation, they still keep coming. This latest scandal that he's currently facing alleges that he not only had a secret relationship with another woman, but that he also has a secret daughter. A TikTok user recently took to the platform to make the allegation that Austin was the secret father of her child and that Austin's wife paid the other woman to terminate her pregnancy. This continues to be speculation, but after someone else came forward claiming to work at the daycare that Austin's secret daughter attends, saying that Austin is listed in the child's paperwork as the legitimate father, people are starting to wonder if this is actually true. Like I said before, these cheating allegations aren't really anything new for Austin, so no one really knows what to think anymore. But something does seem a little fishy here. Guess we'll just have to wait for more developments. Now before I carry on with the list, I'd like to ask you guys to consider leaving a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far, and also check out my gaming channel Viper Girl to watch some fun content and game with me. At number 8, Jessie Metcalfe. In 2020, Desperate Housewives actor Jessie Metcalfe and actress Cara Santana called it quits after a 10-year-long relationship. After announcing their breakup in the days following, they were hit with a cheating scandal as cheating allegations came out after Jessie was seen with another woman just days before the news broke of the couple's separation. Paparazzi images showed Jessie with a blonde woman who he appeared to have his arm around and kissing her cheek. The actor was allegedly seen with another woman whom he was getting too close with as well. Everything happened so fast that Cara told sources that she was left blindsided by the whole affair and that she thought everything was fine between them. To make things worse for Cara, she apparently didn't know that they were broken up until she saw it in the news. It was alleged that there was no face-to-face breakup and that she found out when the rest of the public did too. They were set to get married in the near future, but things didn't get past the beginning stages of planning their big day. Cara said that she feared that Jessie wasn't ready to commit, but it still must have been hard to experience such a dramatic end to such a long-running relationship. At number 7, Tamikis Walker. Things are heating up between former Destiny's Child member LaToya Luckett and her soon-to-be ex-husband Tamikis Walker. The R&B singer recently announced that she and her husband were getting a divorce following a cheating scandal that started up last year. In the fall of 2020, footage was leaked that allegedly showed Tommy in a hotel room with another woman. The video showed a man who looked like Tommy asleep in the room, and another video alleged that some kind of indiscretion had taken place that night. The evidence to support the allegation, saying that it is in fact Tamikis in the video, is that the man in the footage has a very similar tattoo of the name Ruby on his leg. It seems as though this was all the evidence that was needed for LaToya to call it quits. Tamikis denies all cheating allegations, blaming, quote, outside forces on the downfall of his marriage. At number 6, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart had a lot of making up to do after his explosive cheating scandal. Kevin was caught cheating on his wife Aniko Parrish after someone came forward trying to extort the comedian for $10 million in exchange for not releasing footage which showed him being unfaithful to his wife. Since he had essentially been caught, he issued a public apology to Aniko on his Instagram where he said, quote, I made a bad error in judgment and put myself in an environment where only bad things can happen, and they did. At the end of the day, I gotta do better. I'm not going to allow a person to have financial gain off my mistakes, and in this particular situation, that's what was attempted, end quote. Some people have pointed out that his apology didn't really include much accountability for his actions, but it was enough to keep Kevin and Aniko together. They welcomed their first child shortly after the scandal happened, and they continue to support one another. At number 5, Jay-Z. Even Hollywood's most famous couples have their problems. We've seen it with Kim and Kanye, and also with Beyonce and Jay-Z. Though this couple is seen by many as a Hollywood power couple, always seeming to be by each other's sides, even they have had their troubles with infidelity. It all started when Solange and Jay-Z got into that big elevator fight at the Met. For a long time, no one really knew the reason for this outburst. Some speculated that it had to do with money and others thought it was a family drama, but it turns out that it was because Jay-Z had been confronted about an alleged affair that he had with his former business partner's ex-wife. Though no one really acknowledged or spoke about this apparent infidelity, things got worse when Beyonce low-key exposed her husband's infidelity on her album Lemonade, where she made several subtle and not so subtle comments about her husband's alleged affair. Of course, Jay-Z had to respond with his own music instead of talking in private, and released his own album in response, where he apologized to his wife for his infidelity and addressed some of their relationship issues. After all of this music drama, the two of them were able to take a step back to work on their differences and have sought out couples therapy to rebuild their bond. At number 4, Woody Allen. Though this cheating scandal happened years ago, it was recently re-examined with the release of the HBO docuseries Allen v. Farrow. Woody Allen's cheating scandal between Mia Farrow and their adopted daughter Soon-Yi was a Hollywood bombshell that was almost forgotten about until recently. Soon-Yi was adopted by Mia Farrow when she was about 7 years old, and because Mia and Woody were together at the time of their adoption, Woody became a father figure to her. In 1992, when Soon-Yi was 21, Mia discovered that her daughter and her partner Woody were in a secret relationship when she found intimate photos of Soon-Yi. When Mia confronted Woody, he revealed that he and Soon-Yi had been having an affair for a short time and that he was in love with her. This subsequently ended Woody and Mia's relationship, and Allen later moved on with Soon-Yi as they got married in 1997. When reports came out about their marriage, this took a lot of people by surprise and made a lot of people angry because of the inappropriateness of their relationship. The couple have since defended their relationship at every turn, especially now that the documentary has been released, casting more of a spotlight on their relationship, exposing more of Allen's life and some of the allegations against him. The couple remains together and they seem to be doing alright, but a lot of people still can't get over how this relationship began and how Mia was affected. At number 3, Quavo. Saweetie and Quavo recently announced their breakup and there's been a lot of drama. Though their split started off looking like a simple case of two people growing apart and falling out of love, soon the public found out that there was so much more to the story than once thought. Shortly after announcing their breakup, footage was leaked that showed the former couple fighting in an elevator. The footage showed the two of them in a physical altercation, showing the two of them fighting over suitcases, throwing each other around, and ending with them getting hurt. Though this footage was from a year ago, it gave people a different perspective on how their relationship was at the time. Now there's also speculation that Quavo might have cheated on Saweetie, as she commented on their relationship saying, quote, "Presents don't band-aid scars, and the love isn't real when intimacy is given to other women." Both Saweetie and Quavo have said that they've moved on from this incident, and Quavo issued a statement assuring that he never abused his girlfriend, but the cheating hasn't really been confirmed nor denied. At number 2, Jada Pinkett Smith. After finding herself in a bit of a summer scandal, Jada Pinkett Smith was the center of attention for a little while last year after her entanglement with singer August Alsina went public. Jada faced some backlash for her relationship with the singer for a few reasons, one of which being her relationship with Will Smith. When news broke of Jada's relationship with August, people immediately thought that she had been cheating on Will and that this news was going to blow up in his face. Many fans sent their support to Will because it looked like he'd been facing a huge cheating scandal, but after discussing it on their Facebook watch show Red Table Talk, the two revealed that the two of them had separated a few years ago and that they were more in an open relationship. Some believe, however, that this isn't totally true because of how Will looked to be reacting to this scandal. Many fans said that Will looked too upset for someone who was okay with this relationship. It's all speculation, but it could also be valid. What do you guys think? Was it considered cheating? And finally, at number 1, Tristan Thompson. Now, I know that I included Tristan in the last video, but since then, there have been some developments in his relationship with Khloe, and I felt like I needed to share it. In the last video, I talked about Tristan's past cheating scandals, and it seems as though a new one has arisen. This all started when Instagram model Sydney Chase alleged that she had a romantic relationship with Tristan while he was still in a relationship with Khloe. Now, Tristan is very vocal about this scandal, and he's been sending cease and desist letters and threatening legal action towards Sydney, saying that she's lying about the whole thing and that her claims are, quote, malicious, defamatory fabrications. Since this is yet another cheating scandal under Tristan's belt, will Khloe finally end things for good, or will she stick by his side through this? No one knows, but at this point, I feel like this new drama is only just getting started.
And at number 10, Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was on top of the world until a massive cheating scandal derailed his entire career. In 2009, he became a billionaire, but in the same year, everything changed after his wife, Elin Nordegren, learned that Tyler had been cheating on her for years. It started when the tabloids exposed that he was having an affair with a nightclub manager named Rachel Yuchatel. Then a few days after that, he crashed his car in front of his mansion. It was rumored that his wife chased him out of their house. After all this was revealed, countless more women came forward, revealing they had also cheated with Tiger. Tiger addressed everything in a statement saying, quote, "I was unfaithful. I had affairs and I cheated. What I did was unacceptable. I hurt my wife, my kids, my mother, my wife's family, my friends, my foundation, and kids around the world who admired me." Then in 2010, the couple got a divorce, and Tiger's golf performance tanked for years after. And at number 9, Ashton Kutcher. While Ashton Kutcher was married to Demi Moore, he was caught red-handed cheating on her. This all went down in 2011 when paparazzi photos exposed that Ashton was partying with a 22-year-old blonde girl in his bedroom at the Hard Rock Hotel in San Diego. Things were made even worse by the fact that the photos were leaked right before him and Demi's 6-year anniversary together. The craziest part of the story is that Demi actually knew who the other woman was and explained the meeting in a memoir. Apparently their whole family was at a bowling alley when Ashton went to change his shoes. The girl then gave Ashton her number on a napkin. Apparently Ashton actually showed her the number that night and they joked about how funny that it was. Ashton made it seem like she had nothing to worry about, but sadly that was not true, and Ashton did get into contact with this girl. They divorced shortly after. And at number 8, Justin Timberlake. I could probably make an entire list on just Justin Timberlake's cheating because he's been caught a number of times doing scandalous things with other women. The most recent incident of Timberlake getting caught red-handed took place in 2019. While married to Jessica Biel, photos were leaked showing him getting handsy with his co-star at the time, Alicia Wainwright. The pictures were taken in New Orleans while they were filming when they all decided to go out on their night off. They went to a local bar and in the pictures you can see him holding her hand, her putting her hand on his leg, and all around just super flirty stuff. Fans also pointed out that Justin also wasn't wearing his wedding ring. For obvious reasons, this started a huge cheating rumor mill, but Justin released a public statement saying that nothing happened further than what everyone saw in the photos. Yeah, right. Jessica decided to stay with him and work through things. And at number 7, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is another Hollywood star that has been labeled a serial cheater because of his infidelity while married to both of his wives. The worst was when he was caught cheating on his pregnant wife, Iniko Parrish, in 2017. This was exposed in a video where you could see Kevin getting in the back of a car with another woman. After the footage went viral, the internet started claiming that he had cheated on his wife who was 8 months pregnant. Then some more footage was released that seemed to be a tape showing Kevin cheating on his wife while in the act. Apparently the footage was filmed as an extortion attempt. His wife Iniko later talked about how she found out about it in the first place. She said it was through a DM message on Instagram. Her exact words were, quote, "I was about 7 or 8 months pregnant and I was having breakfast and I opened my phone and immediately I just lost it." Kevin finally admitted to it and released a public apology to his wife and family, and the two of them worked through it and are still together. And at number 6, Khloe Kardashian. These two were not married when Tristan cheated, but they were in a long-term relationship with a child on the way. I'm sure we all know by now, but third trimester Tristan earned that name from when he was caught on tape cheating on Khloe days away from her giving birth. Although the cheating was exposed months later, the footage was taken at a hookah lounge in Washington, D.C. in 2017. And the footage is pretty bad. It shows Tristan with 2 girls, one he is making out with and the other is grabbing his junk. And just when it couldn't get any worse, more footage came out showing Tristan taking a different girl into his hotel room months later. So clearly this wasn't the only time that he was cheating, and he wasn't really that discreet about it either. Halfway number 5, Ryan Garcia. Ryan was not only caught cheating on his fiancée, he was caught on camera. A paparazzi video showed Ryan and Malo Trevejo making out outside of a restaurant, and things got nasty when his pregnant fiancée, who he already shared one child with, called out both of them online. His fiancée posted on her Instagram that she was away visiting her family and thought Ryan was training, but sadly he was out cheating. After this, Malu made her own apology video saying that she knew that he had a kid, but she didn't know that he was engaged or had another baby on the way. And as a last-ditch effort to save his reputation, Ryan made his own statement on Instagram, writing that him and his fiancée Andrea were not engaged at the time, but they were still together and he was caught up in the moment. And at number 4, Kristen Stewart. This cheating scandal not only broke up a relationship, but it destroyed the fantasy that was created over the course of the massive film franchise Twilight. Back in 2011, Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson were dating, and everyone thought they would end up married because of their on-screen love story. But that all changed when a paparazzi video showed Kristen making out with her director from the movie Snow White and the Huntsman, who was married. He was 41 years old at the time and Kristen was only 22. The Twilight fandom was devastated, even more so when Rob and Kristen split following the cheating. One part of me was devastated back in the day, but Kristen also looked like she was in pain like every time they kissed, so I mean, not so much of a long shot that they would break up. And at number 3, Dixie D'Amelio. Griffin and Dixie were the hot new TikTok couple after they started publicly dating, but that changed pretty fast when it was revealed that Griffin was cheating. Dixie did not take it lying down and decided to make a savage TikTok video exposing all the receipts. In the short video, viewers see snippets of tons of flirty conversations Griffin had with other girls, where he made his intentions very clear. One of these Snapchats shows Griffin clearly saying that he's single, as well as others when he's talking about flying girls out to LA to see them, and is clearly talking about hooking up with them. Then Dixie shows a super lengthy text message that he sent to her apologizing for the cheating, with the message reading in part that he knows he was wrong and hurt her, but he still cares about her. Thankfully, she didn't accept the BS and dumped him immediately. And at number 2, Hugh Grant. This might be the worst case of cheating because not only was it unethical, the cheating was also illegal too. This took place back in 2005 while Grant was with Elizabeth Hurley. Hugh Grant was arrested after police discovered that he was getting intimate with a woman he paid $60 to. This is one of those cases where the news of the the act would have made headlines even if he wasn't cheating with another huge actor. But despite the fact that he cheated, she stayed with him for 5 years after that, but they eventually broke up down the road. Thankfully, she's been able to move on from it and has a great sense of humor. Apparently, the former couple are actually even still close to this day. And finally, number 1, Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is another cheating scandal that broke the internet because it was something straight out of a movie. Many years after it happened, it was exposed that Arnold cheated on his wife, Maria Shriver, with their housekeeper. Even worse, she got pregnant after the affair and had a child that Arnold kept hidden from his family. The affair was kept on the low until 2011 when the LA Times uncovered the story. Apparently, the affair was revealed in couples therapy. Maria was suspicious and Arnold fessed up to it. Apparently, Maria was suspicious about their relationship after he met the housekeeper's son and he looked identical to Arnold. Arnold also issued an apology to his wife and children when the news broke out, saying that he was, quote, truly sorry for what happened with the housekeeper named Mildred. Arnold and Maria divorced shortly after this news. Arnold reportedly knew about the child named Joseph Baena and even financially supported him without Maria knowing.
Kicking off our list is Arnold Schwarzenegger. A bombshell was dropped when Arnold and his ex-wife announced their separation after 25 years back in 2011. But the most shocking thing was actually the reason why, and it was revealed that Arnold had an affair with their housekeeper, Mildred Patricia Baena. But it wasn't just a one-time thing. He was actually having a relationship with her outside of his marriage, to a point where they even had a secret child together in 1997. It literally sounds like a movie plot, I'm not gonna lie. Like having a secret child with someone else when you're married. The only good news of this whole situation is that Arnold was able to keep a healthy relationship with his son Joseph, who, by the way, is a spitting image of him. Literally twins. Both very muscular too. Moving on to number 9 is David Letterman. He was with his wife for over 20 years and married for less than 6 months when he admitted to having an affair with different women that worked for him. The worst part is he openly admitted it on air on his live talk show, which is incredibly awkward, specifically saying that he had sex with his longtime assistant Stephanie Burkett. The scandal all started because Stephanie's boyfriend, Joe Halderman, a producer at CBS, allegedly tried to extort Letterman for $2 million in exchange for his silence. So Letterman just took it into his own hands and decided to announce it on his show so that the truth would be known and he didn't have to pay anyone to keep his mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? But he and his wife are still together regardless of what happened, and he recently said that they are happier than ever. So cruising into number 8, we have Jay-Z. When Beyonce released her song Lemonade, she gave light on her marriage to Jay-Z. There was so much speculation on who Becky with the good hair was that it turned into a popular meme. The two of them remained quiet on the subject for a while until Jay-Z released a new album which was full of apologies to Beyonce and their daughter Blue. He eventually came clean during an interview and said that he had cheated and explained that they were able to work through it for the sake of their daughter. And they seem to be going strong. Signing in number 7 is Kris Jenner. I cover a lot of celebrity drama across our channels, and I'm not gonna lie, I never knew about this one. This one came as a complete shock to me when I was researching. Kris wrote a memoir in 2011, and in it she admitted to having an affair with her first husband, Rob Kardashian. Her memoir, titled Kris Jenner and All Things Kardashian, dished all the details where she revealed that she had an affair with a false name that she called Ryan. But her friend, Todd Waterman, later admitted during an interview that Ryan was actually him. When Kris was asked about this whole thing during an interview, she just strongly stated that her only regret in life was divorcing Rob Kardashian, who, if you don't know, did pass away. Swiping the number 6 spot is Kevin Hart. His cheating scandal got hella confusing to keep up with. When allegations first came out that he was cheating on his wife, Nico Parrish, he was in full denial. But then he got put in the middle of an extortion attempt. Someone allegedly was in possession of a video of him with another woman engaging in sexual activity, and they were going to expose him if they did not receive their money. But Kevin ended up posting a video on his Instagram where he apologized despite denying everything. He captioned it, "Sending so many apologies to my wife and kids. I gotta do better and I will. I'm not perfect and never have claimed to be. I love you all." During an interview after that, he did admit to the cheating. Sadly, this is not Kevin Hart's only cheating scandal. Halfway through our list at number 5 is Jude Law. He and Sienna Miller were once one of Hollywood's it couples, but then he got exposed for cheating on her. His story hit closer to home, literally, because he cheated on Sienna with their children's nanny. The affair happened in 2006 and he admitted to cheating with her nanny Daisy Wright, which was happening on the regular. He ended up releasing a public apology to her, and Sienna spoke up about it, saying that it was a private moment where she had to get her heart broken in front of the entire world. But at the same time, had he not been exposed, she may have never found out that this was even happening. So it's kind of like a blessing in disguise, but that would frickin' suck. Oh my god, I would hate going through that in the public eye. Rolling at number 4 is Hugh Grant. Cheating is not illegal, but it is when you are doing it in a public place. The actor was arrested back in 1995 when he was caught having sex in public with a prostitute who he paid, apparently, this is details, I don't know how I know this, it was in this article. He paid $60 for her to perform oral sex on him. Just thought I should let you guys know in on exactly what happened. That was a scandal in itself, but what made it worse was that he had a girlfriend at the time. He was actually dating Elizabeth Hurley. Despite the cheating though, she did stick around with him for 5 years after that. However, they eventually broke up. She was able to move forward and make a joke about it on her show The Royals. Her character hired a male escort who called himself Hugh Grant. That's the best revenge right there. In the third spot is Kristen Stewart. The Twilight actress was on top of the world when dating her co-star Robert Pattinson. But then she got exposed and sent the world into a giant frenzy, just breaking a ton of Twilight fan hearts. And Rob's, of course. She was dating her Twilight love interest in real life when the paparazzi exposed her for cheating on him. In August 2011, pictures surfaced of Kristen making out with another man. But what made the scandal so spicy was that she was making out with her Snow White and the Huntsman film director, Rupert Sanders. He was 41 years old at the time and Kristen was only 22, and he was married to Liberty Ross and fathered her 2 children. Her steamy makeup pictures were just everywhere. They were all over the internet, and she didn't know what else to do but issue a public apology. However, they were not able to bounce back from this one. Making his way into number 2 is Tristan Thompson. He got busted for cheating on more than one occasion. The first time was when his girlfriend Khloe Kardashian was in the hospital about to literally physically give birth to their child. Like she was in the delivery room. Security footage leaked online showing him kissing another woman in a nightclub more than one time. Other video footage showed him going into a hotel with the same woman that he was kissing in the club. Khloe forgave him and stuck by his side, but then later down the road it was revealed that he cheated again with Kylie Jenner's best friend Jordan Woods, who was like a younger sister to Khloe. Poor Khloe. This guy sucks. Earning number 1 place is Tiger Woods. His divorce was one of the most explosive divorces in celebrity history. It was Thanksgiving in 2009 when his entire life changed because news broke that he had been cheating. It was this explosive event between him and his wife. After she found out that he was a serial cheater, she chased him out of the house with a golf club, hit him, like knocked him unconscious, and then smashed up his Escalade. Turns out he was cheating with multiple women, but one in particular, Rachel Uchtel. His wife took his phone while he was sleeping and texted Rachel pretending to be him and got all the details of the affair that she needed. He ended up doing an interview where he took full responsibility for being unfaithful. Not that it changes anything, but alright.